We saw in those images the buoyancy of those militants who seemed like they were doing a victory lap. Is that the feeling all around among the Taliban fighters you met?
Yeah, that's right, Francois. They are supremely confident and seem to be very much enjoying the grip they hold over Kabul at the moment, telling us that there was no opposition to them, that there could be no opposition to them, and that they were watching everything that was going on in the city, and they really wanted to show us just how much freedom they had in the city. And it's just striking the numbers of Taliban fighters you come across in town. They are all around. So that was one patrol car which we flagged down and asked them if they'd answer our questions, and they accepted. But all around the city, stationed around the former green zone, it's now the Taliban in charge at checkpoints, outside buildings, outside hotels, and driving around on patrols like this, some flying the white flag of the future of what they proclaim is the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. But yes, feeling very buoyant and clearly looking forward to what the next few weeks will bring. They say they are very much anticipating what their leaders will announce in terms of a government and new rules for Afghanistan.
A new government, new rules. The Taliban who Monday said they wouldn't announce that government so long as foreign forces were still in town. We had a press conference earlier by the Taliban insisting on that August 31st deadline. And Catherine, there seems to be a lot of back-channel activity. What with the head of the CIA who was in town?
I know, incredible, isn't it, to think that that meeting took place here in Kabul. The head of the CIA, William Burns, meeting with basically the deputy leader of the Taliban, recently arrived in the Afghan capital, Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar. Now, that meeting took place off the record. We don't have details what it's about, but several different sources in the US have confirmed it's happened. And I can tell you what we saw a little earlier on was a very high-profile meeting again with Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar, meeting with very high-level Qatari officials here in the centre of Kabul, a very big Taliban delegation there. So the diplomacy, the negotiations are very intense at the moment. You know, we're trying to get an interview with different members of the Taliban. They're all just telling us to wait because they simply want to form this government. They want to decide how things are going forward, and they want this 31st of August deadline to take place so that they can get on with putting their regime in place. And yes, saying again tonight, a Taliban spokesman, that they would not accept an extension to that deadline. Another spokesman for the Taliban has called that a red line. So there's quite a bit of tension here building in Afghanistan about what will happen around that deadline and what will happen if the US and its allies try to extend it to keep that evacuation going.